What's up, you guys? Definitely a little stressed out. I think by the title of this video, it comes pretty clear. We have a do or die situation, and I'll kind of get into that just a little bit, but right now, the Hunt & Company Signature Series drop just went live. So if you're watching this video and you're not on the website, go to the website. Pause, quick pause right now, pause video, go to the website, check it out. We dropped three new designs. There's a sweatshirt and 2 t-shirts to follow. I'm incredibly hyped about this drop. You guys know I've been talking to you guys about it for a while. We have what I'm wearing right now is the RX-7 design, and we have the R34 design, and we have the Supra design. So dope. And the sweatshirts and t-shirt blanks are the highest quality we've ever done. So if you've ever wanted to invest in something that isn't complete shit, and you want actual nice clothing that's automotive related, go click the links, baby. Go support it. I can't wait to see what you guys think. But let's transfer into today's clip video. I actually am filming this right after filming another video, so I just kind of closed the shop down. We just did downpipes on the M4. And something just showed up, which I was like, ooh, I'd love to talk to the Clips channel about this. So if you haven't, there's been a lot of content posts lately, but if you haven't seen it, we just did our test day the other day with the A90 Supra, and it was a certified ripper. So hyped on this car. It's just perfect. It's so sick. It's everything I've ever wanted it to be. But the only one unknown fact or unknown thing about this car was how is the stock clutch gonna hold up, because this car is so brand new that no one's made an aftermarket clutch yet. Now, if you're not familiar with drifting, the clutch is one of the most abused parts in the whole entire car throughout the whole entire platform. Just think like 480 wheel, 480 torque, foot floored all the time, and I'm using that clutch. I'm modulating my power by the clutch feel. So my foot's to the floor and I'm like jabbing and modulating throttle, slipping and not slipping. So the clutch gets abused. Typically, a stock clutch can handle relatively stock power for a little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit. For example, this 370Z, it's making 80 horsepower more than stock, very similar to what the A90 is. And if this was on a stock clutch, I could probably drive on the stock clutch and abuse the crap out of it for maybe 2 events, maybe 3. But for sure 1 event, for sure 2. So we're hoping and keeping our fingers crossed that the same would be for the Supra. I reached out to ACT. If you don't know, ACT has been our clutch partner for, 5 years now. They make things from triple disc plates on my Samsono 6-speed to simple clutch replacements for OEM. And they make 6-pucks and more aggressive stuff for just, bolt-on applications. They're the best. They're the best. Check them out. ACT, next time you need a clutch. And I've been reaching out to them being like, yo, do you guys have anything yet? Do you guys have anything yet? And they don't, which is why we don't have a clutch on, but they had a prototype one that isn't 100% dialed in yet. Well, we drove the Supra, smoked the clutch after maybe an hour of driving. Didn't take very long. This car is supposed to leave in 3 days, 4 days, something like that, to go to Grid Life, South Carolina, to have its grand reveal and to hopefully meet with you guys in South Carolina for the Grid Life event for 3 days of drifting. Clutch is gone. We haven't taken it apart yet. We were waiting to take it apart because I reached out to ACT and I was like, hey boys, I know you have some prototype clutch that isn't done, but if you could send it to me, you're my last ditch effort to try to get this car to make it to Grid Life. They really said, Tej, as you know, it's not done. It's gonna bolt up and it's gonna fit, but they don't know if it's gonna engage and disengage 100% the way it's supposed to be, because it's for a different BMW platform that pretty much is the same thing. We all know this is a BMW platform underneath this from a 340 or something. So they said it's gonna fit, it's gonna work, but they can't guarantee that it's gonna work. They're pretty positive, but they haven't tested it, so they don't wanna tell me that. But I was like, please, you're my last hope. So they sent a clutch to me of what is supposed to be the prototype. We're gonna unbox it together because I haven't seen it yet and I'm really excited to see it. So we're going to be installing this tomorrow, and I want to give you guys a little sneak peek, and honestly, I'm just venting to you guys because I'm really anxious about it. So they sent a new throwout bearing. That's what we think it is. We don't think the clutch melted itself because it can still go in gear. When the car is off and when the car is off, you can still put the car into each gear. But when you, wait, no, I'm sorry. Did I say that backwards? I don't remember. sorry, the clutch will, sorry, I'm really rambling. The car will go in gear, but you can't start, that's what it is, but you can't start it. There is a little clutch button or a sensor that won't let you start the car unless you're like depressed on the clutch. That's how new cars are. Foot in all the way on the clutch. So it's not recognizing that the clutch is being depressed. That's the problem. So what's responsible for disengaging and engaging the clutch is the throwout bearing and the slave. Now, when you look underneath the car, we tried bleeding it at the track. We were unsuccessful. We got it to move some fluid from the reservoir, but we didn't get any clutch back. Now, when Dylan was underneath the car bleeding it, he said, I could see the line flexing. I could see the slave working, even though it's like electronic. He said he's confident all that is good. So he says it's, from what he can see back, seems to be functional, which means it's internal. So because it's internal, and the car still goes into gear and out of gear, we don't think it's melted together, which leaves like one part, and that would be this guy. Now this is a replacement from ACT, so we think it's a throwout bearing. That's just our guess. We could open it, and we could be totally wrong, and you'd be like, TJ, you guys are dumb. I can't believe you thought it was that. I don't know, but this is what we need. Nice. And then alignment dowel. And let's unbox this together, fam. So yeah, I'm like tripping. I'm very anxious about it because I really want this car to be there, and it's gonna be so cool to have you guys there after like watching us do the whole entire build. I was just really excited about it, and I hope it works out. But here is the pressure plate. So obviously there's no flywheel here. We're gonna be reusing the flywheel, and we're not gonna have any time to resurface it. We're gonna pray to God that it shouldn't be, I mean, there's gonna be a bunch of burn marks, but it shouldn't be too bad. Hopefully it's not too glazed over, but we're gonna have to make it work. We're gonna have to send it. So we're gonna hope that this fixes it. We're gonna bolt this on first thing tomorrow morning, take everything apart, and ideally, because we're not gonna be at the track to test, you might be wondering how you're gonna know if it works. Honestly, we're gonna try to put it on, bleed it, see if we can put the car in gear with the clutch, obviously, and if we can, we're gonna run it. We might like drive it around the parking lot and just go in and out of gear. And honestly, if it drives and you can switch through gears, it works, most likely. But we're not really gonna be able to test this car again, like beating up on it. So we might put this in, and will it still happen? It shouldn't, I don't know. But just to stress how gnarly this is gonna get, we're gonna really be pushing every bit of bear luck we can to get this car to work. So that's our situation with the Supra right now. Deep breaths, folks. Deep breaths. Ooh, so sick. All right, well, I just want to give you guys a little update because our fix is here. The saving day could be tomorrow. But ultimately, bad news with the Supra, but good news at the same time. The thing is if this clutch doesn't work, we'll be able to give ACT the information of why it doesn't work for whatever reason, and they'll be able to make a minor fix to it and get it dialed up. So if we don't get this fixed before like this weekend, if it doesn't work, we'll be able to probably have a new version of it within a few days. That's how great they are, and we'll be able to have the car working, but we'll miss that event. So if you guys are planning on coming to South Carolina, looking forward to seeing you guys. If you're not, then next time we're coming to All the Good Lives this year in a bunch of events. And I'm hoping if you are coming, you get to see the Supra in person, because I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I want you guys to see it. But I just want to give you guys a little update. I'm buried in my neck right now with things that we have to do. So that's all I had time for, and I wanted to say what's up to you guys and just tell you what was going on, because I haven't told the main channel this, and I haven't showed them. I probably won't. I don't even know if we're gonna film the clutch going in, because if it doesn't work, it's kind of like a waste of a video, and I don't want people to think ACDC. I don't want people to think that ACT made a faulty product. So not sure if that is even gonna be filmed. So If not, if anything, if it doesn't make it to grid life, you guys are gonna know that they tried to put it in that clutch, and unfortunately, it didn't work. One of the benefits of the Clips channel, you guys get to like know the whole story. So keep your fingers crossed, boys. I appreciate you, I love you. Click the links down below, go to the hunting company, try out one of the new sweatshirts, try out one of the new t-shirts. I swear you're gonna fall in love with it. And I'll see you guys in the next clip.